You know, I've been involved with NSA for several years now, and I've seen different types of leaders and been under different leadership styles. But one of the things that I really appreciate about Rob is his authenticity and his willingness to be inclusive. He welcomes ideas, and he wants people to be involved. And I just really appreciate Rob for that. There are many, many awesome things that I'd be willing to say about Rob, but people are going to be bored with hearing all of that because I'm going to let everybody else do that. But Rob, we love you. Thank you so much for your service.
The best things I can say about Dr. Rob is that had it not been for him, I would not be here today. I met him last year. Well, actually, he reached out to me last year in April. He tried to talk to me about NSA. He told me I needed to come back on his dime. He would, sponsor my membership. I came in July, and here I am a year later, and I'm still here. He literally changed my whole perspective on NSA, on what it's doing, and I appreciate everything that he did in the restructure and taking NSA from where it was to where it is today.
Dr. Rob has been an amazing influence on me personally for being a part of the NSA chapter here in Houston. He encouraged me to join, and at first I was a little hesitant, but he gave me very good reasons. And I'll never forget the quote. He said to me basically, "Look here, young whippersnapper, in my day, people didn't question why they should join an association. If you're a professional, you join the association of your profession." Well, that was enough for me. So here I am as a part of NSA. Later on, he said, okay, you can't just be a part of it, you have to be a part of it, be busy. And so I'm now on the board for the NSA Houston as a result of the encouragement from Dr. Rob. He and I are also fellow technology geeks, so I've enjoyed getting to know him. And something that I learned very recently that really makes me have even more respect for Dr. Rob is the fact that the NSA Houston chapter would not be in the condition it's in financially or the spirit, the enthusiasm, if it were not for his leadership and what he's done to really bring strength to this organization so that we all have this buzzing place to come to. So, Dr. Rob, you're a class act. I appreciate what you've done for me, what you've done for NSA Houston, and what you've done for us in this profession.
Rob Pennington has been a great president of our NSA Houston chapter this year. And he is really, for me, he's been such a good friend and such a great mentor. He can help me pick out topics for my speeches, helping me picking a lane, just all the different things that I've needed this year. He's just been there to listen to me and talk to me and give me his advice. So he's just done so much for us, and our chapter has grown and is benefiting from it. But I've really gotten a lot out of it personally, so Rob is just wonderful.
Wow, I think of Dr. Rob. I can tell you right now, when you look at someone as knowledgeable as Rob Pennington, he is the most resourceful man I've ever known to be able to, whom I've met in my lifetime. You talk about all the things that you want to get done. This guy knows it all. He has a module, he has PDFs, he has knowledge on everything you could ever think of. And any award he's going to get is going to be a lifetime one. It's more than deserving of that man.
Hi, Rob. I just want to say you were fantastic. It was a pleasure to have you as a president of NSA Houston chapter because you did very, very good job on all fronts. All fronts. I cannot even thank you enough of what you have done for us and keeping up this chapter and making it even more successful and more a place to be and to share knowledge, to share experience, to make new friends. Very happy. I consider you and your friend, and I consider myself a new friend of yours, and that's part of the experience, and I'm really, really thank you for all this. Thank you from my heart.
Rob Pennington is the reason that I'm in NSA Houston. I've been a trainer for 20 years, never knew about NSA until he came to speak to my businesswomen's group. And I owe him everything that I've accomplished in the last 2 years. He is motivational, he is supportive, he's energetic, he's always positive, and he's the reason that this chapter is what it is today, and that it even exists for people like myself and everybody else who's benefited from it.
When you say Rob Pennington to me, all I can think of is love. I love this guy. He's taken this chapter. I didn't see him for many years, and then all of a sudden he came back, and when he came back with passion and purpose, and he took over this chapter, and we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Rob Pennington and his years of devotion. Rob, I'm so glad that I'm your friend, and I am so glad that we're going to be together for a long time. Anyway, stay healthy, stay smart, and I'll see you soon.
Rob has been such an inspiration for me. He has been a mentor, he's been just a wonderful person to work with, and it is so great to see his smiling face every time I walk in here, and I can even hear his smiles when I read his emails. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful way to interact with somebody. I adore Rob, and I'm so grateful that he brought me into this wonderful organization as well. So thank you, Rob.
I've been blessed to know Rob for, well over 20 years. As a matter of fact, I became a speaker partly because I saw Rob give a keynote address at a conference that I attended very early in my career. And I sat there and looked at him and I went, I would love one day to be able to do what he does. And he and I crossed paths a number of years later. And it was actually here at an NSA meeting. After I served as president of our local chapter, Rob and I got in a conversation, and I looked at him one day and I said, Rob, you need to step into the leadership role. You need to serve as president of this chapter because of all the gifts that you have to offer. And the greatest gift that I have seen that Rob's brought to us is the gift of his amazing heart. You see, we've been a chapter for a long time. We've been a good chapter. But Rob has taken us to new heights because of the heart that he has brought in and that he's attracted. And he's attracted other people who have connected with his heart, who've wanted, like he's done, to give and to serve and to share. And he's created this amazing unified force of energy that has taken our chapter to new heights, to a point that our educational programming has gotten greater, our sharing and our networking has gotten stronger, and I truly believe that he's helped to create an environment for us, that those of us who are passionate about finding out the words that we have inside of us that we're supposed to be sharing, he's created an environment that makes us be able to see ourselves moving to places that are beyond even our wildest dreams. He truly is someone that is, I think, is a dream maker. Thank you, Rob.
I first heard of Rob when I gave him a call to find out about National Speaking Association. I also belong to a group called the Quantum Leap, which has a Speaking for Money module. I was interested in doing the modules as part of a training program. And so when I called Steve Harrison, who was the guy who put out these modules as part of Rattling Communications, he said, yep, you need to go through these modules and you'll learn a lot because the guys that we have involved in that are the top of the line. So I started listening to the modules, and I had just entered into the National Speaking Association's Academy, where Rob Pennington was involved along with Carlos. And guess who's on the Speaking for Money modules is Rob Pennington. So I asked my friend Steve Harrison, I said, do you know Rob Pennington? He says, he's our top speaking guy. So that's been my association with Rob. He has been my mentor. Anytime I have a question, I have immediate responses back to him. Rob is the guy. He is the real thing. And I have to tell you that without Rob, probably my association or my experience with the National Speaking Academy would not have been nearly as gratifying as it was.
Yeah, Rob Pennington has meant the world to this chapter. He's brought it back to life. He's taken it upon himself to do virtually every function on the board, and it's been a one-man show for a long time. He's very deserving. He will never go away. We are creating a brand new award called the Rob Pennington Award for Service Excellence. and he will be an emeritus member, very much deserved. Rob, thank you for everything you've done.
Rob, words can't express what you meant to me. Actually, you were one of my heroes from the very beginning of this walk, making the transition to a real professional speaker. I just remember your warmth, your caring, your expertise from the very moment I met you, and I am so grateful that I had an opportunity to even go through the academy under your leadership. Your wisdom is something that is unparalleled. I only hope that one day I'll be able to be a good mentor and a good friend and a guide to other professional speakers that are coming along. And I just want to commend you. I want these days to be better than the ones that you've had before as you make this transition. And I know that you, whatever you put your mind to, you're going to do that and beyond. Enjoy, and thank you so much for all you meant to me personally as well as the chapter. Love you.
I say that Dr. Rob Pennington is the embodiment of NSA. NSA was founded by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Cavett Robert, and he always said that what you have to do is give to get back. And if you give enough, you make the pie bigger so that everybody can enjoy it. And I think that Rob lives and breathes that in everything that he does, as he has been very involved with this chapter. I look around and I see about 8 people who have just, like myself, I'm not sure if I counted myself, but when I look around the room, there's at least 8 people here who just left National, where we were in DC, and we experienced not only an incredible conference, but they gave awards on the last day. CPAE, they gave out the Cavett Robert Award, again, which commemorates someone who is giving back to the organization and the growth. Been involved with the Dallas chapter. Those of you who don't know, I'm Ed Robinson and I talk a lot, so hang with me. Thanks, Liz. The North Texas chapter has an award that they call the Joe Charbonneau Award. Near and dear to my heart, he was one of my mentors. And every year they give that award to someone who embodies the spirit of their chapter and of Cavett throughout the course of the organization. I am so excited to say that today is the day that we're starting such a tradition here at our chapter. Today is the day that we're starting the Robert Pennington Award. Today is the first time that someone will receive an award called the Robert Pennington Award that is in recognition of extraordinary and selfless service. Please rise to your feet and just appreciate our past president, Dr. Robert Pennington.
Great.